James White, and sir, we thank you for joining us today here at KJAS in our studios. We have a couple of questions for you. Obviously, you have followed what is going on in Jasper. You've been on top of it. This is a city that will be in your district coming up, and obviously you're concerned about the citizens here. We have a couple of questions for you. First of all, just right off the bat, is there anything that you would want to say to the citizens of Jasper, your impressions of what is going on? How do you feel?
Well, first of all, Stephen, thank you very much for asking me to come in this afternoon and speak with the people of Jasper. This is what I would say. I'm proud to represent Southeast Texas in the Texas State House of Representatives. It will be an honor by January 2013 when I'm sworn in for re-election in Austin, and officially I will be representing Jasper County and Jasper County residents. So I'm very elated and looking forward to the challenge and the opportunity. Let me just start off with this. I am a member of the Texas House of Representatives. I was elected, I believe, on a few things. I was going to continue to be a champion that values life from the womb to before the tomb, or from the womb to the tomb. I was going to be someone that was going to stand firm on those tried and true conservative principles of faith, family, freedom, and to be one that would stand up for Southeast Texas interest, even if it meant going against the political establishment in Austin and Washington, D.C. That's what I was elected on. And I was elected by people across apparently economic divisions, educational attainment, and even beyond some racial and ethnic lines. It's not my job as a member of the Texas House of Representatives to come to Jasper or any city and lecture the citizens or cast judgment on their elected bodies. Here's the point. Whoever the people send to me to work with on their behalf to fulfill their interests, that's their mayor, their city council, I'm prepared to do that.
The national media has descended upon Jasper as it did 14 years ago after the murder of James Byrd Jr. Then and now, the citizens of Jasper, the white citizens, have been painted with a broad stroke as racist. In your opinion, do you feel that there is racism in Jasper?
That's not. Let me just say this. That's not my job to evaluate the level of racial animosity. My job is to evaluate school finance and school finance funding for our schools. My job is to evaluate the infrastructure in Southeast Texas so that our children, our children's children, will be able to compete in a high-wage, global, high-tech economy. My job is to evaluate that we're putting resources in the appropriate places to keep our communities and our borders safe. That's my job. I'm concerned about these characterizations of the black citizens of Jasper, the white citizens of Jasper. I got elected, I believe I won by a margin of 57-43 by the citizens of Jasper County. When I went to Jasper County churches, community events, I did your tour of homes during Christmas. No one pulled me aside and said, James, what are you going to do about jobs in Southeast Texas or Jasper in particular because I'm black? No one pulled me aside and says, I'm a small business owner. What are you going to do to make sure taxes stay low and the regulatory burden doesn't close my business down? Oh, by the way, I'm white. No one came to me like that. The people of Southeast Texas and, of course, Jasper are hurting. We have double-digit unemployment. While the president is lauding his achievements on the economy because unemployment has fell into the 7th percentile range. The governor is clapping because Texas's unemployment rate is at 6.9%. That's all good and fine for them to do that. But what I know about the people of Jasper, they're hurting with double-digit unemployment. There are no industries that are focused on moving here to Jasper to alleviate that. Our school districts in Jasper remained sorely underfunded by this inadequate school finance plan, and we are woefully behind in the water infrastructure and the other needed infrastructure like roads and highways, so we can compete not against, in Jasper's instance, against another county in Texas, but compete against other people in the world, China. So I'm focused on Jasper as a united county with needs for the future.
Dr. Martin Luther King said that a man should be judged based on the content of his character and not by the color of his skin.
Okay.
Does that statement still hold true in 2012?
Well, that statement held true before Martin Luther King stated those words. This is just what I would say. I mean, it's not my job to come into Jasper and evaluate this type of situation. You have a city council, you have citizens, you've had elections. That's not my job, okay? My job is to evaluate a $173 billion plus budget. Like I said, my job is to evaluate our school system, that it's getting the adequate funding and resources that it needs. My job is to evaluate this property tax system that has all of our citizens either forever locked out of enjoying that precious right of property ownership, or in a situation where they're literally renting their property from their taxing entities. That's what I'm focused on. And Stephen, I'm reminded of yesterday in my home county, Tyler County. We had a groundbreaking of the biomass plant. And that was a situation where our county came together, the business leadership, the political leadership, other segments of our county came together and said, we can do better. We've been blessed with prodigious sums of forest that reaches to the heavens. We have, even in the drought, we'll claim it at least, we have flowing rivers, and we have people that are willing to work. What can we do for ourselves? Let's come together. And you're talking about over $150 million of private sector investment with that biomass plant, which will employ hundreds of people, not only in Tyler County, but throughout Southeast Texas. These are the issues, these are the challenges that I want to work with Jasper County business and political leadership on. And I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm very proud of representing Jasper. And I know the national media has been coming in, and someone that's been through a political, I was told a pretty tough political cycle. The media is going to do what it's going to do. The issue with with Robert, with Mr. Bird, the bird dragging, that horrific crime. It was horrific. And any crime that results in the loss of life, I believe, is horrific. But of course, this one had a certain tinge on it. Here's the point. Legally and judicially, that issue has been avenged and resolved. And I believe it started in the courts here in Jasper County. I believe two of the gentlemen have met or will meet the fate of the death penalty. Mm-hmm. One is
life in prison.
Life in prison.
Right.
Okay, so from the horrific criminal state, that has been avenged by the law. Again, that started here with a jury in Jasper, to our TDCJ, Texas Department of Criminal Justice System, and eventually to their punishment fates. So 14 years ago, like I said, that's been avenged. And again, it's not my job to come into Jasper County. And understand, I was elected in last month in the primary, but State Representative Christian is technically still the state representative, at least till December 31st. And when I'm sworn in on the House floor in January 2013, I'll officially be working with Jasper. But until that time, we will be providing leadership when called upon here in Jasper. and we will be working with our local business and political and community leaders as far as getting ready for the session, and I'm looking forward to it. I think Jasper's a great county.
One last question, and this is probably the toughest of these questions. As the city of Jasper now moves forward to select a new police chief, there is a stigma that has been placed around the nation, around the world, that this racial stigma that has been placed on Jasper. The city of the Jasper City Council now has a tough decision as they go over the applications for new police chief applicants. And they're in a situation now where obviously if they choose a highly qualified white candidate, it will confirm these suspicions of racism, and that is, of course, if there's not a highly qualified black candidate. If you were a white man,
If I was a white man.
Yes, sir. If you were a white man, and if you were in this position, how do you handle it where you're in a situation where it's like there is no correct answer?
Well, here's the point, Steve. And this is why I've been very measured in my comments about judging the racial climate. We have gentlemen that have been through this process as applicants here in Jasper for police chief, and some of them actually have court cases going through our court system. So it's not very responsible on my part as a state elected official, now that this has been thrown into the judicial branch, to be opining, making my opinion on what I believe the judicial branch should be doing. And in some instances, these issues may be in some type of federal process or federal court, and then now you're talking about another, in our federal system, another system of courts. So I need to allow them, and I would welcome all of us to allow the process to work. Now, to this specific situation, again, I'm not on the City Council of Jasper. So I'm not, and I'm sure you have a city attorney, probably a whole lot of attorneys that are advising the city on what they should do. What all of us should do in elected office is understand this. We are the employees of the people, and we're all bounded by the Constitution. We're all bounded by the laws of the United States and the state of Texas, and in instances here also the policies, procedures, and the ordinances of Jasper, Texas. So if I could give some unsolicited advice to the city council, just follow your processes and follow the legal advice of your city attorney. But I believe at the end of the day, when we look at public safety, that's what we should be looking at here. The City Council of Jasper needs to, probably with some conversation and feedback from the citizens of Jasper, they need to look at someone that will come in and provide the highest level of public safety that the citizens of Jasper deserve. And that's what should be their focus. When you stand for elected office, and let me just talk about myself. I've been competing all my life, from football, basketball, track situations in school, in the military, as a coach, football and basketball, and eventually as an elected official. At the end of the day, it's about performance. And that's what we should be focused on. And I would just hope that we would back away from these divisions on race, because again, when I look at our children and the educational opportunities that they deserve, we have a lot that we need to do. I've had the opportunity to tour many segments of your county, talking with county officials and local government officials and getting prepared for the session. We have some challenges that I need to help the citizens of Jasper County with. We have areas in our county here in Jasper that are in dire need of infrastructure development and repair in the terms of sewage. We need to boost the supercharge and boost this economy in Jasper. And the only way we're going to do that is by showing a unified, positive effort. Look, I think it was Winston Churchill who said that democracy may not be perfect, but it's the closest to perfection that we have here on earth. So what we see here is just democracy in action. People are going to have disagreements, and we're going to decide those disagreements in a civil manner in a political process. Sometimes they'll go to the judicial process, but so be it. So that's what I'm looking forward to working with Jasper County. I'm not looking forward to getting involved with a lot of division, because as a school teacher, I know that our children need a bright future of opportunity, and it's our job to provide that. It's our job to set an example. And I can only talk about myself as an elected official, not cast any judgment on the city council. Anyone that's serving on city council in East Texas, I applaud them, because they have a lot of challenges and oftentimes not a lot of resources and latitude to get it done. But as me as an elected official, trying to set an example of good character, being open-minded, trying to listen to all viewpoints, and then making the best decision that I believe that's in the best interest of the people of Southeast Texas, and in accordance with our Constitution and our laws here in our country and our state. And we will come through this. I'm just asking all the people of Jasper to come together, have a moment of prayer together, and not to pray that this person wins this election or this decision is made, but let's have a community where we come and pray together, not necessarily talk about these issues, and urge the Lord to give us the wisdom to come to the best decision. And then let's walk out and just make the decision.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.